Live. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? We had quite a few people in the stream before it started, so let's take a look. What's up, Craig Lilly? Greetings and salutations, he says. Always glad to have you. What's up, Kale130? James Ray with an update. You know you were not first. You were third, which is, you know, still podium. By the way, I tweeted you a video clip of the space case in its current state. It's bad trying to get this into a 3D model. It's bad trying to get this into a 3D model has become the bane of my existence. Sleep has been lost. Yeah, I can pull up the tweet in a little bit. Yeah, to take a look at your progress with that so far. Let's see. We got James Ray. What is up? Oh, wait, no, I just said that was James Ray. We got Kel130. We got Giant Robots. Donut Farmer, as always. Import Race. Hello, hello. Staying 2007. What's up? Hazard Me. And then we got the channel memberships, apparently. Renewing. But there's Craig Lilly's. We got Mod Kevin Go in the house. What's up? What's up? Just had a bowl of pho and ready for the stream. I've kind of been on a pho kick lately. I've been craving pho a lot. I'm likely gonna have pho for dinner tonight after stream. Me and Melissa made some chicken pho, so yeah. We went to Costco and we bought. Okay, we went to Costco Business Center. That's different than Costco, because normal Costco does not sell cilantro and green onions and stuff. You go to Costco Business Center, which is for like restaurants and, you know, stores and stuff. They sell cilantro and green onions, except in like huge bundles. Like when you buy a green onions from them for like $4 or $5, you get like 25 bundles of green onions. So we did that, and I like just putting a crap ton of cilantro and green onions in my pho. So when I do it at home, I get way more herbs than like at a restaurant would give. Today's stream is called Rich Man, Pho Man. What's up, Chemical Aid? What's up, Alaric? What up, Kenny D? I am doing well. How are you doing? Jonathan Talks Hardware in the house. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Nathan Tasker. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. We got Justin, K, Victor, Guardadi. Had beef and meatballs. Nice. Homemade. Very nice. Oh, does this sound... Is it sounding wonky? Yeah. So, I might just put it back on my glasses, because I don't think when it was on my glasses, it sounded as wonky. You're right. I did notice that the mic was pushing into my neck. Now, it shouldn't sound wonky, and now I look like an Uber driver who's constantly on his headset. Thanks for pointing that out, though. I wouldn't have known that the audio was messing up because of that. I appreciate it. Citrus with the 21 months of straight membership. Appreciate it, Citrus. I installed dual 12-inch kickers on my car. If you would like to hear, how can I hear it? Do you have a video clip that you can post in stream submissions or something? Feel free to post. We'll take a look at it. 28 Fahrenheit on the first day of spring. What is... Let's see. We had a very nice weekend up here in Washington this past weekend, but now we've got clouds incoming. We had a really nice weekend. It was sunny and warm. But right now we are 52 degrees, which isn't bad, but I'm looking forward to the sun. More sunshine and longer days. I'm very much looking forward to. Did you get shadowed banned? Arflet? I don't think so, because I can see your post right here. Did you post something else beforehand? I don't think anyone would have shadow banned you. Also, if you posted anything inappropriate, usually I would see it, and then I would see if a mod or myself removed it. But I don't think you got shadow banned. It might be YouTube doing some weird stuff, because for the most part, you've been, you know, very well behaved and a good member of the community, so I don't think that would happen. What's up, Firestorm? You're extending it to Discord? Okay, we'll take a look, because we're just chilling right now, and then we'll get to unboxing some stuff and then just hanging out as we usually do on the stream. You're in Japan? Nice. Whereabouts are you in Japan? Bro, drink some water. Yeah. To get me to drink water, we do have the. Oh wait, never mind. You have to be a member to use it. But Mod Kevin is usually pretty good at getting me to drink water. You're in Tokyo? Nice. I'm assuming you're gonna go to Akihabara and stuff like that. I don't think any nerd can go to Japan without going there, right? YouTube is keeping you from posting this week's tech drama. What words are you using in it? If you space it out or spell it incorrectly, will it let you? Because you're obviously able to post, Arflet, but maybe you're using some keyword that is, that YouTube algo is not liking or something. My current PC flip got sold. Nice. How much profit did you make, Jonathan Talks Hardware? When am I doing the next LAN party? Next LAN party. Oh my god. Is it? Oh my. I feel like we have been dropping the ball. Next LAN party is next week. Next weekend. So a week and a half away. We need to get to planning. The LAN group has been pretty quiet in our Discord chat. So I need to make sure everything is ready to go. Not just myself, but I'm usually the one who's like very who plans ahead and over plans and worries and stuff. So I need to like push people to make sure everything is ready. We got some Dino Nuggies. Heck yeah. Jason, what's up, Jason? He says weebs. Yeah, right. Jason, I guess you say you don't watch anime anymore, but in total of everything that you've done in your life related to manga, anime, and Japanese culture, I think you might be the biggest weeb in the chat. Sean are in the house. What's up, stream? Gotta go soon. We started doing game nights Wednesday, so we're gonna be around for a few minutes before when you're hosting. You're talking about in-person game nights? Or are you talking about like online game nights, Sean? Like board game nights, right? That's what my first thought is, but since we are a PC community, you could be meaning the other type of video games night. Oh, you can't post links. Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah, you can't post links at all. So, if that was it, then that is the reason why. Unfortunately, if you want to post a link, you have to post it in stream submissions. Dude, Costco trip. I kind of dislike doing the Costco trip. If we can't do it early enough in the day, because it ends up being like with traffic and stuff. One of our Costco trips were like 3 or 4 hours one time when it was down at in Tacoma. When it's up here, I plan to do it like we do it like 9 or 10 a.m. and we get it done really quick. But when you try to do Costco like in the afternoon, it sucks. But yeah, if because I don't have a Costco membership anymore, so it's because my wife has it. So anytime we go to Costco, we're going together, and then she shares the membership with her little sister. So that's why, like, if I had a Costco membership, I could definitely just go and get that done. But it is fun to and go with like the early people, right? Who's usually like Casey and stuff like that. But yeah, the other people with Costco memberships, they sometimes don't arrive until a little bit later, and then we can't make the run until it gets like busier. Please don't take it. I don't think I've ever taken a year to post a LAN video. This last LAN we had in September, and I posted it in February, right? So that's like 6 months. It keeps the spacing equal. Oh, Mark with the posture check. Your neck is shifted too forward. Yes. Thank you for the posture check. It is so easy to just like lean forward or like not pay attention to posture and drinking water. That's one of the things in like when in WoW people randomly do posture checks in the global chats. Need more of that. That's not just for me. That's for everyone watching the stream too. Every time I sip water, you should also sip water. And every time we do a posture check, you should fix your posture. But the tech drama this week from R-Flat. ADL demanding government regulation of video games content. Asmon Gold got canceled. Kotaku and PlayStation trying to deplatform RGT85. That is quite a bit of tech drama. For me, let's see. So let me see if I can bring up any of these. Unless you posted the articles and stream submissions. Oh, we got Citrus's video though. Government regulation of video game content. That's an interesting one because let me see if I can find any news articles in the last couple of days. Is it that it's because of the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff? I actually have not been following that, but let me see if this article is impartial and I can get a quick okay. I'm seeing some stuff about here. Let me bring it up. That is not the thing. I need to show this. Okay. Oh, wait, which one? They're mentioning Sweet Baby or the Brazilian? Wait, canceling and stream curated lists. Okay. I mean, have we figured out if this was just who's in the wrong here yet? The whole Sweet Baby thing, the last thing I read about it is that Sweet Baby has also worked on a bunch of games that did not necessarily have a bunch of cherry picking and quota meeting of, like, you know, colored or different representation, but I'm sure the story keeps developing. For drama like this, I usually just like to wait till the end of it and then watch like summary videos or summary articles on it. They're doxing? Okay, so that's messed up. Regardless of I'm seeing in this article up here they're saying that they doxed the person who put together the list of every company or every game that Sweet Baby has been kind of like a part of. So yeah, doxing, that I don't know if that's actually an interesting thing to bring up because like we're on the freaking internet right now, right? Is there ever a case or situation where you would approve of doxing? Just off the top, without thinking about it more, I would say no, right? There's other ways to handle it because doxing can be like really dangerous. But I'm trying to think, like, is there any way or any situation that any of you can justify doxing? Oh yeah, Donut Farmer. I know you can't. I mean, you can drink water, but you are. What time is it for you usually right now? Like you're approaching midnight, right? Did I see what happened with Apex Legends? I did not. What? How? Why is Apex Legends in the news? Apex Legends hacker said he hacked tournament games for fun. Respawn gives first Apex Legends security update since the major hacking incident. Esports hacking incident. So, I guess I don't follow esports too much. I don't follow like pro gaming and all that stuff. Are a lot of these tournaments remote? Like, I guess a lot of, when I imagine like a esports tournament or just like tournament for any game, I think of like a local where you have to like go in person. But is it way more common to have tournaments where you play from your own system at home and all that stuff. Because, I mean, that's kind of sketch. It was from home? Okay. You are fine if a predator gets doxxed. I mean, I think the common, like, mindset is, like, for, pedophiles and, like, predators and stuff like that, right? People don't care if they get killed or die and stuff. I'm not sure if I've formed a strong opinion on that, as opposed to other forms of punishment. Doxing won't help. It won't help that. I mean, esports is like sports, boring. The only good sports is Wii Sports. Yeah. I mean, I would say I probably watch more, like, traditional sports than I do esports. And that's coming from a person who's, like, you know, likes, games, computers, and stuff like that. It's official. Costco has made it a nationwide policy. No membership, no food court. Where? No membership, no food court. I mean, it's been like that in the Costco's around me for a while. I know that it's kind of been a thing that's been popping up. People have been complaining it, and it has, as more stores started to move towards that policy. Jason went to the food court yesterday and didn't show your... Is that an outside food court or a one indoor? Because, so, the way that ours works is, the food court is inside. So, to get in, you have to have had a membership. But since I don't carry the membership, and Melissa, while she's paying, I usually go get the food. She has to keep her card with her to check out at, you know, the lines. But I can go buy food without showing a membership card. But it is still inside, so at least at some point, I went through the store with a membership or with someone that has a membership. So... the food court is on the free side. Usually you just walk in through the exit. So at our Costco's, when you walk through the exit now, there are people looking for memberships, whether you are returning or stuff. But I think I'm okay with the whole food court requiring, dude, in my opinion, Costco, the membership, especially if you get like the next level up membership, they'll refund you like you know, whatever percentage of what you buy, and it could pay off the membership. But regardless of that, the Costco membership, what is it still like 49 or 59 bucks a year? And you can share it with a friend or family member, so bringing it down to effectively 25. I think that's totally worth it. I don't mind. Like, I feel like people pay way more for so many other things in life that they don't even, like, bat an eye at. But then when it comes to a Costco membership, which brings a ton of value, in the food court alone, you could get a Costco membership, only go to the food court, never shop the rest of the store, and make your money back easily. So, for me, I'm not mad at Costco for doing that. They've never touched the price of the hot dog. They haven't touched the price of the rotisserie chicken. Costco, in my eyes, and I'm not a person who usually, like, you know, kisses the ass of, like, our corporate overlords and big companies and stuff like that. But Costco, of all the companies, I have always held, like, in higher regard and have been more of a fan of than other companies. Membership for food makes sense. They are losing money on it. Why wouldn't it be membership only? Haha. Yeah, for sure. Plus, Costco is already crazy busy as it is. Like, anyone who has ever been to a Costco, especially, like, in the afternoon or on the weekends, you know how crazy it's getting. Do I really want the freaking parking lot to be even worse and crazier just for people who only buy the food there? As opposed to people who are going there to shop for other things too, like for non-members. I'm not trying to be like elitist or anything like that, but I think memberships, it like curbs the amount of people and busyness at Costco. which is already busy with all the members. I don't know. I could make my money back on steaks from the freezer alone in one trip. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, how have we just been talking about Costco and random stuff for... Dude, you don't have to be rich to shop at Costco. You, as someone who doesn't have that much money, I would say it is more financially like viable to split a Costco membership with anybody else you know in your life and shop more at Costco, whether it be toilet paper, the bagels and muffins, I don't know, a lot of their stuff is a better value than going to a grocery store, so long as you actually eat it and don't waste it, right? Yeah. Kevin, go with the cheat codes. Bypass the membership at the entrance saying you have an RX prescription at the Costco pharmacy inside. Yeah. But okay, we've already been lollygagging for 20 or so minutes. Let's get to unboxing some stuff. So as you saw in the title of the stream, I picked up a Lenovo P520. I mean, multiple people have been, mentioning it in the Discord, the DMs, in the chat week after week. Lots of content creators recently have been making content on it. And I actually wanted to check it out personally because I feel like I'm kind of a picky person. Like when it comes to whether it be cases or whatever the fact. Like I will nitpick stuff. Not because I think it's like a horrible product or something like that. It's just because I know some people have specific use cases for things. So nitpicking it is not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. It's just more of know the details of what you are buying so that you can make a more informed decision. So I wanted to pick up a 520 to like check it out myself. So we'll unbox that. That's what this big box is. But also I wanted to where did it go? I wanted to also unbox something else that actually Mod Jason Whitmer sent me beforehand. So we're gonna unbox this small package first, and then we'll get to the P520. So let's check this out. I think I know what this is. Jason recently released some merch, so I think he sent me one of his merch. So let's take a look. So we will take a look, and we can pull up the link too if any of you guys think this is a cool design. Look at this. I've seen him wearing this on his in his stuff. Big Deck Energy. So if you guys didn't know, Mod Jason Whitmer is a content creator as well. If you click on his name in the chat to check out his channel, he does cover PC content, but also he likes a lot of like handheld stuff. So this is the Steam Deck. Dude, this is a nice quality shirt. Comfort colors. Yeah, this is a the printing on here feels thick and not like it's gonna wash away with like, one or two washes. I really like the simplistic monochromatic color scheme. And where do you get the designer for this, Jason, or did you make this yourself? Yeah, I like this design. Big Deck Energy, play on words there. Just a token of my appreciation for your friendship and mentorship over the years. Thank you, bro. For sure. So if you guys think this shirt looks cool and want to check it out, let's check out Jason's merch. I should be able to pull it up. JasonWhitmer.tech. Here we go. What is this through? I'm not like super well versed on merch stores. Is this like, what is it, Shopify? What's the most common thing? Powered by Fourth Wall. Hey, I've seen content creators promote Fourth Wall. Oh, MKBHD uses Fourth Wall. Shoot, should I switch? The all-in-one monetization platform for creators. Wait, you launch your shop, but do they do merch too? Let me see. Or is this just like a website? YouTube merch shelf. You designed it, but had a guy draw it in Illustrator. Okay, so you had him kind of like vectorize it. Fourth Wall. Do they have their own in-house print on-demand stuff? How much does it cost to use fourth wall? No monthly fee, no cost. So they just take fees from membership and digital. Okay, interesting. It's on demand, shipped around the world. Did you do product testing and like quality testing on it? So with monochromatic designs, I think usually it's like pretty easy to get a quality print. Because both of my designs, my existing designs, they have colored and kind of like gradients. I'm very curious how the quality of fourth wall would be. Maybe I have to check that out. And I mean, I have no issues with my current bonfire that I use, but yo, if MKBHD is using fourth wall, I don't know, man. He's like my tech YouTube idol. I might have to make the switch. But yeah, thank you for sending the shirt. I appreciate it. I will be wearing this around. And let's see how many comments I get out in the wild of people saying, I know that content creator. I will let you know if that happens. I'm just sure people who own handhelds or Steam Decks will just get a laugh out of the shirt and might ask, where did you get that shirt? And if they do, I will send them your way and you will get new followers and customers. But alright, we got the shirt. Let's open the P520. So let me pull up the eBay listing before we do that. So this is the one that I bought. I was looking around. I saw that other people have bought P520s for cheaper, but I think that might have been, let's see, like I saw this one didn't have RAM. So the one that I bought comes with 32 gigs of RAM, no graphics card, of course, no storage, or OS, which is fine. I can get all those things for relatively cheap. I don't know what graphics card I'm going to pair with it yet, but we'll see. There's so many graphics cards you can pair with the P520 that I need to think about it a little bit more before I choose one. Look, there's like so many. If you go back to like the last 3 generations, so many different cards. Even 4 generations, you could throw old stuff into here, like old powerful graphics cards. But yeah, so this one, it doesn't list on the model, but this one is the 900 watt power supply model. And then it has Xeon W1 2135 in it, which is 6 cores, 12 thread, no integrated graphics. So I'm gonna have to, when I test it, I'm gonna have to throw in a graphics card. But let's see. Yeah, so I paid. So this was $210, which I didn't think was a bad deal considering you're getting like a beefy power supply, you know, the full motherboard, CPU, cooler, case, all that stuff. How cheap have you guys seen people buy P520s for? And I don't like to deal with the whole bidding crap. Like for my own personal stuff, sure, but if I'm going to make a video about something, I typically try to find more normalized average prices. And finding like a one-off deal for one of these systems for like, I don't know, how low have these gotten? Like, I feel like the average price, if you wanted to go out, find one and buy it within the next couple of days, without dealing with like bidding and getting outbid and then wasting your time, 210 was, or 208, I guess, was the cheapest that I could find it for. But pair that P520 with the 4090. I mean, you could probably, with the power supply, you could probably pair it with some pretty powerful graphics cards. I don't have a 4090 on hand, but I could pair it with a 4070 Ti. I think around 200 before tax, depending on the CPU and RAM. Yeah, so for me, I didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of like buying separate RAM. And then I saw some of the lower end models, for the CPU. So for me, this was the best one that I can find, and it's still readily available right now, right? So like anyone who wanted to buy one, it is readily available for this price in this configuration. So it just makes it easier when you're making content about like build guides and stuff like that. Let's see. So let's get to unboxing this thing, and I'm gonna at least try to boot it up to make sure it did not come, you know, DOA or damaged. So let's see how this is packed. Hey, they used, dude, they used the nice packaging. This stuff I keep so I could reuse. This is like super stiff too. Like, sometimes these airbags, they get soft over time and deflate. But yeah, this stuff is like, this is fresh. Like, this has a lot of bounce back. So I'm definitely keeping this. I'm more excited about the packaging than the actual contents itself. Okay, so dude, yeah, I'm definitely gonna save this because I could wrap other towers in this if I ever needed to ship out a PC. So they did a pretty good job with shipping this, so long as, like, you know, UPS or I think FedEx delivered this, so long as they didn't kick it around. But yeah, man, this is like perfectly shaped for look at this, it's perfectly shaped to wrap around a build. Nice. Yeah, this is nice packaging. If I sent a build, the last time I sent a PC, I just used the stock foam that whatever the case came in. But yeah, so we got that. Very, very nice. Okay, enough with the packaging. I'm gonna move. Yes, so someone earlier asked, does this have a handle? It does, which makes it so that lifting it is so much easier. Yeah, so let me move this to the side. Wonder how heavy is this thing? Yeah, so you can easily handle it, or more easily handle it. Handle it! Yeah, I cannot lift it like this for too long. This has got to be, let me see. I'd say like 25 pounds. Okay. Lenovo has always used that kind of packaging. I have a few Lenovo laptops they sent with the same packaging. Yeah, props to Lenovo. Okay, so let's lay it down on its side. Let's see. Oh. Okay, did this just break off? So they put the key on the back here. Sorry about the camera focusing. So they did put the key. I would probably just keep this unlocked for the most part, but let me see. There's a keyhole right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Unless that was already locked. Which way is the locked position? I'm assuming they had it locked for shipping, but maybe not. How are we gonna open this thing here? The case for the nerd on the LAN. I don't know. The cooling isn't. Which way's the locked position? It has to be like this because. Wait, no. No. I'm struggling to get the side panel off of this case. Let me look around real quick. Did they send the wrong key? Well, I've never used a ThinkStation with a side lock like this. When I do turn it, I can't pull the... Well, okay, never mind. I could pull the key out. Is that... No. So this... Wait, the lock looks like it just... Is it just for the handle? Let me see. Yeah. It's just for the handle, it looks like. Is there a latching mechanism? Because this should slide off. Let's see. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm a noob. Got it. Yeah. So let me test this lock again. So when it's locked like this, this thing doesn't even open. Yeah, it doesn't even open. Well, it looks like I can force it open. Yeah, I see. Interesting. But once you unlock it, which it did come unlock, this comes up, and then you can just pull the latch. Alright, so inside here, it does have some diagrams. Memory installation. If you only have one DIMM, you install it in 3. If you have 2, you do it in 1 and 3. Which they didn't even follow, which, okay, cool. So this is supposed to be a 32 gig. I was supposed to get 32 gigs. There's only 2 DIMMs in here. Let me see. Okay, it is 2x16, so we're fine. I'll pull the camera off in a second. But let me see if I can see the power supply here. Sorry for the shakiness. This is actually a really clean system. Like, someone went in and deep cleaned this. There's basically no dust on here. Like, look, I'll show you up close. Even the cooler, like, no dust. I guess in the back here, like, this is, I would say this is pretty much, like, super clean. Like, there's a little bit of dust back there, but if you look just across the whole thing, though, like, look at the sheen on the motherboard. Look at the sheen on all the parts. Like, this is super clean. So here's the power supply. Let me see. What do we got here? So, yep. I don't think it... 80 plus platinum. It doesn't say, but the DPS 900 EB. So, oh yeah, there it is. 900 watts. Let's see. Let's take a look at these connectors, which, my goodness. The way that they pack this. Who is this seller on eBay? Is this Lenovo? This is Electronic 63. Whoever the heck that is. Wow. I am pretty thoroughly impressed. Usually when I buy like office like workstations and towers and stuff on eBay or picking up in person, they are usually not this clean. Yeah. So I got a 900 watt one, and before I put the offer in, or the buy it now, I messaged the seller and said, hey, can you tell me what wattage the power supply is, because he didn't list it, but he got back to me 900 watts and I bought it instantly. So yeah, the system looks pretty clean. Okay, how Lenovo with their dude, like the Optiplexes and then like these ThinkStation towers, they have kind of like unique ways of removing these expansion slot brackets, which I guess is kind of nice. It's like a screwless design, right? Like, you don't have to use screws. You just plop whatever in, and then you lock this down, and you're good. So what we're going to put in here for me to quickly test this is just the GT 1030. And I'm using this just because I am lazy and don't want to connect like any external power cables. So we're just going to use power from the PCIe slot, and then quickly boot it up real fast just to make sure it can turn on. Okay, so let me remove this here. It's as quick as popping that out, putting this in, and then sliding that down, and we're good to go. I don't, let's see, what kind of, so SATA, is this going to be SATA drives? It looks like. Yeah, so no like M.2 slot. Okay, I don't have a SATA drive like on me right now, so leave feedback. Oh yeah, I always leave feedback on eBay. I always give, if I get what was advertised, I leave like perfect stars, and I always say like item came as described, seller had good communication. Item came very fast, stuff like that. So, okay, let me get this over here. And we're just going to try to power up, get into BIOS, and then that'll be it. Because it'll take too long to try to... Because it has no OS. I don't have a SATA drive that has an OS ready to go for this. Alright, so there it is. Let me quickly plug in everything for this. Power. Where's my power cable? And like most towers, I didn't even press the power button. As soon as you plug these things in, there is no switch on here. Like there's no, you know, 0-1 switch. So yeah, I plugged it in. It already powered itself on. That's very common. Like that happened all the time with like the Dell Optiplexes and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Trying to get a video signal. And we'll see if we can get that. Where's the dongle for the mouse? Where did I put that? Oh, it's back here. This is on it. Alright, I'm gonna try to reboot it real quick. Card fully seated. I put the memory back in, fully seated. Though the configuration of the memory is not, I don't think that would do it if it doesn't follow the configuration that they're suggesting. Let's see if this turns on. But yeah, like, so the memory is not in slots 1 and slot 3 according to this. I don't think that should affect it. It's currently in slots 6 and 8, which is if you wanted to have the 4-DIMM configuration. If this doesn't work, I'll switch the memory real quick. It shouldn't be the graphics card. I've never had an issue with that graphics card. There are 2 M.2s under the heatsink next to the graphics card. Oh, is that what? Oh, heck yeah. Good call. Yeah, it does say it right there. Nice. Here, while we wait for this, I'm going to switch the memory. But yeah, so you're right here. And, dude, they have the quick release mechanism right here, I think. So you turn this. Pretty cool that it comes with the heatsink. And then you can just remove it. Yeah, here we go. And, dude, look at this. I mean, this isn't, like, perfectly clean, but you know what? This thing is clean enough as it is. Warranty certificate. Warranty void if this label is removed. Okay, so nice. I can actually throw in a benchmarking drive that I have. I'll just like slot it in. But wait, these are M.2. They are NVMe. They're not M.2 SATA. Okay, is what it's looking like anyways, based on the slot. SD card reader on the front too. Okay, I'm gonna power this down again and try to see if switching the memory configuration, and if that doesn't work, I'll try a different graphics card. Get some water real quick. So slots 1 and 3 is what it said. Yeah, so we'll switch these. and 3. Alright, fully seated. We'll try it one more time. Where's that button? 208 before taxes. Yes, exactly. Free shipping. Wait up. Let me make sure I don't have any weird. Okay, no, that's it. I think I'm gonna try a different graphics card. If I recall correctly, they can be a little picky about the graphics cards they run. Lenovo has a compatibility list. No, the HDMI is not plugged into. There it is. Boom. Sorry, you guys can't see it. There it is. It just popped up. It just took a second. Sweet. So, I mean, it should just take us to BIOS, right? Because we don't have, any, like, storage with OS plugged in. Okay. No operating system found. Boot sequence will repeat. Okay, so it works. I think this. I switched to a different. I switched to a different benchmarking drive, but I'm pretty sure this one should have it. Let me see if this could hold in place. No, let's just put it on. It's a quick. The heatsink just twists on, so let me move this real fast. Okay, so we'll plug this in M.21. Here, let me turn it so it's easier to see how easy it is to put this in. That's with a screwless design. So putting this in, no, never mind. The portion back here doesn't look like it's a screwless design. I'm gonna have to take out the tiny bit, unless it. I mean, it has like a. Can you see it that well? Let me pull it closer. It does have like a plastic kind of like a fitting on it, so let me see what else is gonna hold this in place aside from like this looks like it was supposed to like turn. So let me try to figure out how does this just turn to lock in. No, it's not turning once it's fastened down. If I put this in and then screw it back down. All right. Now I'm missing something with this. It's so it's hard to see, but this little dowel right here, it locks it in place so you can't turn it. So I'm trying to figure out how they are intending us to put this drive in here, unless I just straight up take the screw from here and screw it down, which I could do, I think. No, actually the screw doesn't want to come out. Okay, I gotta figure out how they want us to put this drive in. So here, this one up here already has it. If I just lock this piece in without messing with the screw, this will hold it in place. But I'm just trying to figure out what these pieces do. Does anybody know? I'm trying to also not resort to the manual if I don't have to, because I feel like this should be able to figure out. It slips in the middle of the. It slips into the middle of the black plastic. Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. So, if this just sat there, you're saying it just slips into here, without you having to. How do you get it in there if it's the exact fit? Let me see. Let me try to put it in this top slot. If I put it here. You're saying it just slips into it? Oh. Do I have to put it back in like this? Okay. So you do still, if I am understanding this correctly, you put it like this. Oh my god. It just fell. It's probably, I should probably be working on this like, while it's laid down. But I see, I can now slip it in and then screw it down like this. I should be able to. Let's see if I can do it while the system's sitting up, because it's gonna want to fall. Of course. Why would it want to just cooperate with me? I see. So yeah, I want to put it in like this and then screw it down, essentially. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this method versus the typical M.2 screws on, like, you know, more consumer end motherboards. Like, why do we need this tab to have to sit in here and then be slotted down into here and then screwed on? Like, why not just have a simple screw, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just because this is for a quick boot on, I'm just going to put this back on here. It's already held in place. Once it's locked down, it's not going anywhere. I like this system right here. I could do without those little black tabs. This system, to quickly get this heatsink on without the need for a screwdriver, this I am a fan of. If I can get this back on. There we go. See? So I'll deal with this tab later. Okay. So if this works and if I chose the correct drive, this should go right into Windows, and then it's gonna deactivate the Windows that I had because, well, it's a new motherboard that it doesn't recognize, unless this already had like Windows 10 previously and it's in Windows like database that, okay, this should be activated. All right. Media test failure, check cable. Okay. Can we get through that though? Media check failure. No, yeah, okay, we're good to go. We're gonna get into Windows. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Trying to figure out these power supply connectors. How Lenovo did this. Okay. Everything goes through the motherboard, it looks like. Oh god. Please don't take forever to initiate the devices. Windows should be activated auto on those machines. It should, because at some point in time it had Windows on it, right? But I think if you put a mismatching Windows on it, so let's say the life of this tower, like if whatever company was using it, or you know, if they installed Windows 10 Pro on it, if I put a Windows 10 home edition on it, then it would deactivate because this board was never activated with a home version. So, yeah, we'll see. Let me see on the... This is pretty interesting. So, for those of you who have not seen this tower before, and there we go. Nice. All right, we're in. We're good to go. For now, anyways. I need to, like, you know, just run very basic stress tests just to make sure nothing else is weird going on. But I'm pretty confident that this build is good to go, or the system arrived as intended. So this is not a traditional power supply. If you guys can see here, like all the PCIe power and stuff is coming off of the motherboard, and this thing, it looks like it's plugged into down here. So there is no rear chamber on this case, at least not easily accessible. So you don't remove the rear panel at all. It's all riveted in. So anytime, if you're working on the build or whatever, you're doing it on the front side. There is no back side, essentially. And you can see here too, there's nothing on the back. If you wanted to access it for whatever reason, it would be more of a pain to do so. But we're in. We are in. Okay, sweet. And let me see if it is activated. Activation settings is not activated. Yeah, so I'll figure that out later. Why would you swap Pro with Home? Well, as you can see, this didn't have Pro on it, which is what my benchmarking drive has. It had, I don't think this would, maybe Enterprise or some other version. But yeah, it did not have Pro, because as you just saw, I looked at the activation. It has, the OS currently is Pro, but it's not activated. So I don't know what's up with that. Pull, you said, pull the lever with the red accent. You're talking about this right here. Just rip the power supply out. Nah, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I'm excited to play with this thing. I need to figure out, for the most part, I have everything except for, I'll probably, because this is like very budget oriented, right? I'll probably put a 500 gigabyte SSD in it, but in regards to which graphics card I want to pair with it, I have not decided that yet. So I will, actually, maybe we can do some deal hunting right now. Let's do that. Let's look at what the graphics card market is looking like right now. Alright, give me a second to do this real fast. 4090. Why do you want a 4090? I could put the white Hellhound 7800 XT that I recently got in there, but I don't think that would be a good pairing. Okay, here, let's go back to the ambiance of the old streams. Here we go. I do not have a 4090, unfortunately, and I cannot justify buying a 40. What are 4090s going for right now? Let's take a look. There's no way I can justify buying a 4090. Even in the used market, Best Buy is not going to have it for $1,600. No way. Cannot pick up. Shipping is not available. Of course. You would have to like buy secondhand market. Maybe not. Let's see what Newegg has 4090s for right now. If you wanted a 4090 on Newegg, what's on his ear? It's my mic. It's I put on my glasses so that it doesn't rub against the shirt or anything. It is the mic that we are talking to the stream with. Right here, see? Sorry if that just like blew up your ears. I could send you a 1060. I think the 1063 gigabyte might be too underpowered for the hardware in here. Let's see. So the cheapest 4090. That is an actual 4090 because Newegg just loves throwing you all this other crap. And we'll look at actually, yeah, 4090. 1800 right now. Yeah, no way. No way, Jose. On eBay, though, if we're looking at secondhand, 3090s, 4080s, okay. How much are people they're not going to have it for a reasonable price because people are selling them or buying them and shipping them overseas, right? 20, what? Really? Are these promoted? Why are these? Why did the prices jump up so drastically? What's up with this eBay sorting, man? Yeah, so we're gonna have to go well beyond the, yeah, there's so much stuff that's, dude, I sorted by specifically 4090s, I thought. Chipset model. What is eBay smoking right now? I'm pretty sure I filtered it by, yeah, it is already by, you know. Oh my god, okay. Is it because there's no 4090s on here? Here, let me redo the search. God, eBay. My frustrations with eBay every single time I come on here and look for graphics cards, man, I swear. Okay. So where is where you can pick the exact model? You're kidding me, right? Did they just like remove it? We're on graphics cards in the category. Here, let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm like dealing with right here. We go down. I'm not going to pick a brand, not going to pick this stuff or features. I shouldn't have to. Yeah, in the chipset models, there is no 4090. Is this a recent thing? Yeah, eBay search is horrible. But I'm trying to find, like, I'm really trying to filter it down right now, and it is not. Yeah, I spot. This one's a bid, though. Here, let me. Sorry, I redid the search. I need to do it by buy it now, because we're not going to bid. Bidding is okay, but a lot of times you find that, like, the bid always, for anything that's, like, pretty valuable and popular, it'll go close to the average asking price. Like, for something that's in high demand as a 4090, I doubt you're going to be able to snipe it for, like, 1200 or something crazy low. Okay, so apparently we just cannot sort specifically by 4090s. I hate you, eBay. I hate you even though I just bought this Lenovo ThinkStation from eBay, but I still hate you. Nvidia asked them to remove it and they did. Is that what actually went on? I did not hear about that. Let's look at my locals though. RTX 4090. I found a local Asus, but is it real though is the question. Wait, you found a local one and another one. Did you buy them for those prices? 1.2 or 1.3, or did you just see the listing? 100% real. Did you buy them? That sounds like an easy flip right there. You offered 1K? Those were already like, especially if you save on tax, those were like $500-600 under value already. Okay, let's see what we're looking at here on OfferUp, which scam. What it, dude? Leo Penchev for gaming pros, like you see in the picture. Asus Stuff GeForce RTX 4090. Yeah, it's available if the listing says so. Yeah, right. A $950 4090. Get out of here, dude. 1 star, exactly. Dude, I'm gonna say it. If you fall for these scams, you deserve to get scammed to learn a expensive lesson. I'm sorry. If you're really out here trying to buy a 4090 Founders Edition for $650 and you send these people your money, you deserve to get scammed to learn a lesson. You know, I think once you as you go into adulthood, because I assume we have some younger viewers watching, there will be times in your life where you learn expensive lessons. I have learned plenty of those. I can't think of the last expensive lesson I learned, but I have definitely... It probably had to do something with my house. Because a house is like a never-ending expense pool that you just keep on dumping money into. I'm sure I have made an expensive, hard lesson learned regarding my house before. But, yeah, if you're younger and you are naive enough to, fall for some of these, you know, it's a $600 lesson, and you'll never fall for it again. It's $900 for the box. Well, let's see what this person says. They don't have anything. They don't post anything. They do show just the box. This is from Ronald, who made his account literally this month, this year. I think a 4090 is $600. Then I have a piece of hardware Linus has never dropped to show you. OfferUp, it does have too many scams, but I have made a lot of good deals on OfferUp. Let's try to find a legit 4090. This person, card is absolutely amazing, great condition, never overclocked, still in original box. So let's take a look at this. Let's do some detective work here. So here's a 4090 Founders Edition, plenty of pictures, which, I mean, you could pull these from the internet if you wanted to. Just go to Reddit of someone showing off their new 4090, and you could steal those pictures. The fact that this person is offering to ship this as opposed to... Here's a question for you guys. Would you ever sell... Let's say you had a 4090 and you had to get rid of it. Would you ever sell it on OfferUp and offer to ship it? For me, that's a big no. I'm selling that in person, or I'm selling it on a more reputable website like Hardware Swap, through some Discord, like Jawa's Discord channel or something like that. I'm not selling this on OfferUp because the person who buys it from me is going to somehow try to reverse charge it and steal the graphics card. The thing about this listing that's interesting is, I mean, it's a pretty normal description. It has a lot of pictures. It has a person with a face on it with 3 reviews with 5 stars. Let's click on the profile. They're selling a camera, a DJI, and what is this thing? An autoclave. Okay, very interesting. So all this actually looks legit. This could be a legit listing, but the fact that it's going for $1,400, I mean, we just heard from PC Tech News and Unboxing that they found ones for even cheaper than this. The shipping just kind of is weird to me. Someone who's from California, see if you can go pick this up. All stolen goods, stolen, looks fake. I'm going to need 2 forms of ID when you using cash for that money. Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. These are very specific items. You think all this is stolen? Like, this person is offloading like a run that they did on here, let me look at all the backgrounds and stuff to see if they match. The autoclave thing is kind of what throws me off and makes it seem like it might be. This is totally kind of like a boomer thing to list and sell. City of Industry address is sus. Well, let's see what they have it listed in Walnut, and City of Industry. This is... I wonder if they just listed it in City of Industry because that's where, like, you know, that's like Tech Central, right? That's where Newegg is. But I don't even know how far Walnut is from. Let's see, Walnut versus City of Industry. Oh, it's like the same area. So they just listed it in a slightly different neighborhood. Yeah, City of Industry and Walnut are like right here. Yeah, so hard to tell if this one is legit or not. I mean, for me, I would say I'm sitting on the fence on this one. To me, this is easily 50-50. I'm not leaning towards this being a scam. You know, so you can sterilize some needles. Dude, people sometimes post the weirdest combinations of things on OfferUp. So let's take a look. We'll go back to OfferUp. We'll look up RTX 4090s again. Let's see if we can find one for a more reasonable price, right? Like this one in Orange, California. Obviously, this is going to be a real one because it's going for $19.50. But this person is also offering to ship it for $349, which is kind of odd. I mean, it's whatever. They already like factored in the expensive price of the graphics card. Bought directly from NVIDIA and bought for regular price. Receipt available on request. This is sold out. For reference, the item they paid $17.23 after tax, but because it's not available, they're selling it for $2,000. So we'll meet only at a police station. So this is interesting. Why even list it for shipping? I'm thinking maybe they list it for shipping so that people could see it outside of the search range. And then, let's say if you live like 4 hours away from Orange County, right? Or Orange, California. And you narrow your, you put your search to allow shipping. If you saw this, because it is listed for shipping, then you read the ad, you might be willing to make the drive to it. This person has 160 sales. They've been a member since 2016, right? Looking at this, to me, this looks legit. I'm willing to bet this is legit because of the way that they're talking about this. But regarding the not so guitar guy, I think they put the shipping price on there just for searchability, so that people who are looking for stuff that is shipped or local pickup, it'll pop up. But regarding not so guitar guy's comment about, you know, so you can sterilize some needles while you get some 4K Ultra, like how they have some really different items in their profile. Let's take a look at what Daniel here is selling alongside the RTX 4090. We've got solid wood and iron table, circular like coffee table for free, it looks like. Is this really for free? Need to make space, make offer. I hate these listings, man. They actually want an offer. So why not just list it at like, just list it for what your bottom dollar that you're willing to take. Because if someone offers you, like, let's say $20 and you really wanted 50 for it, you're going to deny them anyways. So why not just list it for the bottom dollar? I hate this tactic on OfferUp. This is so annoying. Yo, what's up, Chris? Just got here. Hey, guys, but gotta hop up on your patio roof to do some patching. What happened? To do some patching? Did some of the shingles fall off or something? What's this Lenovo? The Lenovo is the P520, Chris. I picked one up. Yeah, the same tactic is also used on Facebook Marketplace, but let's see what else they have. So, along with your RTX 4090, if you want to get a bundle deal, you can meet up with this person and buy a Miken USA 28-ounce slow-pitch softball bat. You know, you got to have protection for when you buy a $2,000 graphics card. You're going to need a weapon to protect yourself with. Maybe you can strike a deal. Dude, what if you bought the 4090 and asked if they could throw in the baseball bat for free, you know? Like, try to strike up a deal. This This bat is well used. Custom bat taper grip knob. A lot of life left into it. Okay, so this person, they've also got various cordless power tools. Power drills and battery. Makita, Skills, Ryobi. Untested though. They just have various stuff. Listed for $1 and they're gonna want to offer, aren't they? They want you to make an offer on some untested power tools. Some bobblehead baseballs. Some shoes. We got a printer. A rectangular mirror. So yeah, with regards to the comment about it being sketchy because, or it could potentially be sketchy because they're selling weird stuff together, that's pretty normal. Tiny water leak. What's the P520? It's the one that you can buy for around $200. Xeon, depending on which model you get, but like 4 core 8 thread or 6 core 12 thread. The one I bought included 32 gigs of RAM, 900 watt power supply included, can take NVMe SSDs. So just all around, kind of like, remember how popular the Optiplexes were like 5, 6, 7 years ago? This should totally like wipe that out. This is like the new meta for pre-built workstation PC, slap a graphics card in, good to go type. A lot of content creators have been making stuff about it, and I bought one just to check it out myself. Yeah, Xeon, you're in. It's the, what is it again? The W, do I still have the thing? Oh, I have the page up. It's the W2135. 6 core, 12 thread, 3.7 base clock, 4.5 gigahertz boost. It is PCIe Gen 3. So, again, I've tested Gen 4, 3, 2, 1. There's pretty limited bottlenecking, depending on how you play. Apparently the 2135s, here, I'll pull it up. Full details on it. The 2135 was $835 when it released in 2017. Yeah, so, I mean, this, we can slap a pretty decent graphics card in it. It's just how much is the total build going to be, right? So, with the system being 208 before tax, because we do everything before tax, anytime anyone usually sums up a build, it's assumed before tax because of different tax rates. So, we're looking at, we'll round it up to 210 for the build. Can get a 500 gigabyte SSD now for what, $30? So we're still under 250. So you slap, what do you slap in it? A $150 graphics card to make it a $400 build? Do you slap in a 250 card? 300, like lots of different price points you can work with that are viable. And I'm not sure what I'm going to slap in just yet. It's not as modifiable as some of the Optiplex. I guess in what regard? If anything, like the power supply, right? The way the power supply is connected to the motherboard and then more connectors. That's pretty limiting, but I'm not sure if that's really an issue when you have a 900 watt. I mean, 80 plus platinum doesn't speak to the quality of it. But I think, who was it? Demon Mitt or someone else was saying that these power supplies are, they've got to be at least like tier C, if not tier B quality. But I'll look into that more, and then that'll all be reported in the video and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Oh, I didn't, here, let me take a look real quick. Ouch. Yeah, Chris, it is a Delta DPS 900 EB. So Delta DPS 900 EB. We can take a look into that. Let me turn this off. I probably just should have shut down, but I'm lazy. Here. We'll shut this down. Someone having a baby? Why are you saying that? Yeah, so it is this system right here, which if you wanted to buy it on eBay, is $350. This is a new in-box one, though. Let's see. Let's see how cheap we can find these for, if we can find it for used. Okay, so $70. But yeah, you can't use this power supply in other cases, or with other motherboards. You're pretty much stuck. But you do have a pretty, you know, a decent amount of power to work with, that it should not really be an issue. Yeah, so the way that it connects is, it was hard to show because it was connected. I was not going to pull it while it was on. The connectors come off of the motherboard, and then this just plugs in, which is pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. Our Delta power supply is good. They're an OEM that makes for a bunch of other companies, but with specifically on this one, I'm not seeing anything that's like any teardowns or anything. So I'm sure the information's out there. I'll find it, and then yeah, 80 plus platinum. Yeah, I know, right? Here. My question though is, if you had $500, let's say 500, that's a pretty safe amount. You can buy a pretty decent graphics card to put into this. But at the same time, if you had $500 to spend, you could also build up, you know, a system using just normal, not normal, but more mainstream consumer parts, you know, like Ryzen or whatever Intel Core processor you want. And you could build it piece by piece. What would you lean towards? I recently built a $450 system that featured like a Ryzen B3, was it B350 or B450 motherboard, etc. Specs wise, it might not be able to compete like FPS per dollar, but with regards to like being able to not be locked into a certain case, power supply, upgradability, eventually to like newer Ryzen chips and stuff, that's the biggest trade-off between like these workstations, right? So after I get all the numbers together, I'm very excited to like sit down and kind of break it down, pros and cons of each, and which one I would personally recommend for people. But again, it just depends on what your situation and what you're okay with. Piece by piece, and have onboard graphics to start with, without actually playing with like how powerful the processor is, because that's what we for the most part care about in here, right? The super stupidly over spec power supply, it's whatever. Between that and the 600 watt power supply, I don't really care. In a $500 system, you're not throwing in like a 4090. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Is the Ryzen 2700X still? I mean, viable is such a like subjective term, right? I would say you could still use the 2700X in this day and age, and be okay with it. It's because you have to look at what your total overall like budget is or living situation is. Not everyone can afford PCs that cost like upwards of 800, 900,000 plus dollars, right? Plenty of people game on processors that are worse than the 2700X. Let's just say that. So I would say it's still viable though. There's definitely better stuff out there, but I would still build friends and family systems with the 2700X in it. Like they're getting to the point where they're old enough where the price you could find decent deals on them. I would still use it. I used a 1700 in the build like last month. You got one for $50? That's actually, I think, a pretty good price for the 2700X. That's $50 is around how much like a 1700X would go for. So, if I could pull off Ryzen 3000 series based system, I'd probably build that with that budget. Yeah, I mean, how much are 3600s going for? If you just Ryzen, if a 3600 is $75 or less, you could fit it in a $500 build. So let's see. One bid, or you could buy this now, but with shipping, it's closer to like 87. Let's see what we can find for a working 3500X. Yeah, you can get right here free shipping, $75. You could build a system around a 3600 for 500. Motherboard is going to be around 40 to 50 depending on what you can find. Then you're probably going to grab like, I don't know, a D or C tier power supply. 16 gigs of RAM. The biggest difference too though is if you buy a system that you piece together, you're probably not gonna fit 32 gigs of RAM in there because all the other parts are gonna be a little more expensive. I don't know if you could fit 32 gigs of RAM while still getting a decent graphics card case, you know, SSD and all that kind of stuff. But do you need 32 gigs? Is 16 gigs enough for a $500 budget build? I would say yes. I think there are people out there who would argue that you need 32 gigs of RAM in this day and age no matter what. But I'm like, dude, you have $500 to work with. Live with 16. The 5500 is like always going for a pretty good price. You don't have to deal hunt much for it. You can find it readily available for like sub $100. The P520, I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with Wi-Fi, but let me take a look just to make sure before I talk out of my butt. Yeah, there is no Wi-Fi from what I can see. Yeah, I was thinking like, what if they had some internal card or something with no antennas? But there's none. But you could always buy, dude. Wi-Fi cards are so cheap; they're like $10 on Amazon. There's so much expansion in this tower. Like, you guys saw how many PCIe slots there were, right? Like, you could easily slot that in among other things and be fine. $32 gigabytes of silicon power is 53, but how much is 16 gigs, right? Like 30? Let me see. We should actually take a look. Amazon has some pretty good RAM pricing. Like, I don't buy RAM from Newegg because it would take longer to get to me and not be as good a price. Okay, let's see. So 32 gigabyte DDR4. We'll sort by lowest price. You said it was $53. Computer memory. DIMM. DDR4. Geez, how much do I have to filter this? You're killing me. Okay. So we're looking at the way these listings are done. It's giving you the price for like 4 gigs or something. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through all the crap to get to the actual stuff we want. Because a bunch of these are... And then they're like error correcting. Here, okay, Oloy, okay, all the sponsored posts being thrown in there. Dude. Oh my god, there's so much crap. Like, can I filter this down anymore? We're looking for 32 gigs. Every time I mess with the filter, it throws it off. You're saying silicon power, right? We'll just go direct to the source right here. This is what you're talking about. Value RAM. Oh, I bought these before. What am I saying? Okay. But how cheap is the cheapest 16 gigs? Because, I mean, when you're on a lower budget and you're trying to stick like strictly to the budget, you kind of have to nickel and dime. Because otherwise you're going to $20 here, $30 there, $10 here, your way to the next $100 bracket, right? So you do, like, when I make the videos, I have a pretty hard cutoff. I always tell people, dude, if you don't mind spending 20 extra bucks, feel free to get like double the RAM. But what's the cheapest 16 gig of DDR4 kit we can get? Because if it actually is, come on, there's none for like 25 bucks. Where'd all the $25 kits go? Sort by lowest price is like the freaking worst thing on Amazon. Hey, what's up, Nemus Tech? Oh, it's a bunch of these kits. Yeah, I mean between 35 and 53 bucks. Yeah, definitely get the value RAM and get the 32 gigs in there. I could have sworn there was like some $25, $27 kits though. We've got this for 29, which isn't too bad, but even then it's worth paying the extra 23 bucks. Are you late? You are an hour and a half in the stream. 1 second. I just realized I need to make sure Melissa went into the office today. So, I did not hear her come home. The heck? She's still at work. Okay. Oh, actually, no. Actually, no, she's still at work. Let me text her real quick. Newegg Corsair Vengeance 16 for... yeah, but we're finding kits for closer to 30 bucks. Team Group has a 3200 CL22 though. This is like the slow. This is like the really slow stuff. Oh, 1 second. Hello? Okay, we're good. We're good. 16 gigabytes. Value 16 gigabyte. 30. Yeah, so between these two, I would lean towards the 32 gigs if you could work it in the budget. Snooze. Danny currently stuck with the 3070 with a Ryzen 3600. I am saving up for a 5600X is a good option for a $100 to $150 budget. Are you finding 5600Xs for as low as 100? If so, that's not bad at all. If it's closer to the 150, that's like their normal price, right? They're like 144. The non-X is $8 cheaper. I mean, you could go either or between the two. Here's what I would look at, right? Between these two, look at that. In the used section, you can get it for, I guess that's only $6 off. But I'm just saying, like, you can get a 5600X, which once you pop it into your system, a used CPU versus a new one, you know, assuming it hasn't, dude, I bought so many used CPUs. I've never had an issue of like, oh my God, the person ruined it overclocking or something like that. If you test it thoroughly and it passes all your checks, it should be fine. In the used market though, on Amazon, what they have to offer, like there's no discount for the 5600 almost. Like it's 136 versus 135. But over here, you do get a decent discount that brings it around to the same price. So it depends on how comfortable you are. Like, let me see this listing. Is this like used, free shipping, and it's from Amazon warehouse? If there's anything wrong with it, I have like anything I bought from Amazon warehouse or that sold and shipped by Amazon, 100% track record of if I needed to return it, 0 issues. I would probably just pick this thing up. 140 for a 5600X, kinda a pretty decent deal. Getting it, you know, not dealing with the hassle of like eBay and stuff like that. eBay's usually cheaper. What do we got on eBay? 5600X. You can get, yeah, so 125 over here. Let's see. Sometimes the processors, though, they're coming from Korea or China or something, shows signs of wear. That's fine. Scratches and dings. You're not going to get a cooler with it. If you don't value the cooler at all, then you could save $14 by buying it here. And this is coming from LA. So yeah, this is actually a pretty decent deal too. Amazon has been asking for ID to return items lately. Wait, what? Has anyone else in the chat experienced this? Amazon asking for ID. I have not experienced that. And I just returned something. Let me check my personal Amazon. When was the last time I returned something? Maybe it's if you buy something of very high value. What did you return? For anyone who did get asked for ID. Where's my thing? Orders. Within the last month, I have returned some shoes and some roller skating wheels. The value of them was, each item was not worth more than 60 or 70 bucks though. So, I don't know. Haven't returned anything to Amazon ever. Really? Amazon has a lot of, and they have the infrastructure set up too where, like, because a lot of UPS places, they accept Amazon returns and they just bundle them all up so that they're all like transported together, right? So it's not like, it seems a little bit more environmentally responsible the way that they have their infrastructure set up for returns, so that they're not making a ton of trips with like their trucks to like get the returns back to wherever they need to go. It's all done in like huge batches at like your local UPS's, Bartels, Amazon lockers, things like that. But yeah, I return stuff on Amazon because I often buy things that I don't know the sizing, because, you know, the sizing might be a little off for one company or the other. So like when I returned the shoes, it's because they didn't fit. I bought the 2 sizes I thought would fit and then returned the one that did not. An air purifier, 150 bucks. So that's a little bit more. Maybe they have a threshold. Albeit I have been doing my, yes, I do all my returns via UPS. It doesn't cost anything. They box it for you. You just bring the item, put it in a plastic bag, and that's it. You don't have to put it in a box most of the time. Sometimes it depends on the seller. They might ask you to rebox it, but Amazon can print the label for you. Most of my returns is I go to UPS. I don't even have to talk to a human being. There's a kiosk. You put it into a plastic bag. You scan your code that they give you. You put the label on the bag and you drop it in a box and you're done. Zero human interaction. I returned something at the start of the month. Didn't need ID. Just had to print out the return card. Yeah. So the return card is also... I feel like they're phasing away from the return card system on Amazon though. It used to be where you had to print out your label and then include like the like a barcode for them to know to scan once it's returned. But I have not had to do that in a while. Most of my returns nowadays is just bring it back unboxed and they take care of it. Yeah, it's usually a QR code. I think it used to be a barcode though. If they prompt for ID, they wait till the item gets all the way back to you. Oh wait, them, so you can't refuse. Can't be bothered with returns. But what if an item comes also if it's not as described? I'm trying to think of what I've bought before. Where like the product description and they don't answer the question when you, I bought a lock recently. I ended up keeping it, but I was really close to returning it. I actually have it right here. Actually, I don't have the lock itself, but I bought a retractable cable lock. And my question was, once it's locked, can you still extend the length of the cable? I asked the question on the Amazon page. Nobody answered. And the company didn't answer. I looked in the reviews. There was no answer. I looked at the product description, the pictures, and the videos. It did not make it clear. So I bought it anyways because I needed a cable lock. And it ended up not doing what I wanted it to do. But I ended up keeping it anyways because I found a different use for it. But had I not had a different use for it, I would have returned it. So that's like one prime example of using the free returns from Amazon. Just because... I mean, this, you know, most of this stuff, look, this was like some made in, is it gonna show? Made in China product. Like, a bunch of this is just drop shipped over to the States. Like, you're not gonna be able to find, it doesn't have an official product, you know, website and stuff like that. Yo, we got Zach in the house. What is up, Zach? We just chilling, talking about Amazon returns and stuff like that. People were saying that Amazon has started to ask for IDs for returns. I have not run into that situation yet, and I was just probing the chat if they have. Do you I forget. Maybe I feel like I've asked this question before, and you might have answered it, but that was like months ago. How often do you return Amazon returns for one reason or the other, whether it be related to the YouTube channel and business, or whether it be related to personal purchases for like you and your family? Just dropped off an Amazon return today. I haven't been asked for ID yet. Yeah, and do you drop it off at UPS too? The like kiosk that you don't have to talk to a human for. You just scan the QR code on your phone. It gets the label. You put it on the bag, and then that's it. Because that has been like 99% of my Amazon returns in like the last year or two. I do return an item once every 2 months, always UPS, but that's because I'm at UPS only. Yeah, you're already at UPS. Yeah, dude, the fact that they made it UPS and like I think they do, is it Kohl's? They have so many different drop-off spots that you can do. They make it really convenient. Amazon may request your ID. So, for the people who did get asked for ID, is it only if you return it in person? Or, because sometimes you can set it up where you box it yourself and a UPS truck or whatever could come pick it up from like your front door and it's still free returns. If you do that, like, do you have to upload your ID or do you have to show the UPS driver your ID? I'm trying to see like, in what scenario, how are you showing them your ID? Rad Robot bought some Allen wrenches that were not heat treated correctly. You could bend them with your bare hands. Those definitely got returned. Yeah. So I guess I'm very surprised to hear people who are regular Amazon shoppers say that they have never returned before. But it sounds like most people have done returns. Yes, and Whole Foods. I totally forgot about Whole Foods. I never drop it off at Whole Foods though because I don't regularly shop there, nor is it in a convenient location for me to return. I ordered a lanyard on Amazon and got sent 2 t-shirts. It was hard explaining why I wanted to return it, but those kiosks are fancy. It was my first time using one. Yeah, the kiosks are nice because UPS themselves, they're always, like for me, they're always already busy working with other people. So I hate having to wait in like a long line, especially during like rush hour or whatever, of like 10 people when I'm just trying to do a very quick return and other people are doing like, you know, stuff that take anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know. So the kiosk makes it very convenient for that. Zach says, I just had a delivery get denied from Amazon. A company sent me an expensive OLED monitor and I had to confirm my phone number to accept delivery. But the company did... Oh, you got delivery denied though. Because, interesting. Not sure if I would... That's definitely on the company, but it is an annoying situation. And that's good. I feel like that's good on Amazon to not deliver it to you because what if, for whatever reason, they accidentally dropped it off at a different house and they weren't strict on the phone number and the person at the wrong house just took it because it's a valuable item, right? So I would say good on Amazon for denying the delivery because of the wrong confirmation number. Bad on the company for not giving the right number. Actually, you bring up a good point. You had the address correct. You had the right ID. In what world would not having the right phone number... Like, is there any way for people to scam the system by doing this? I guess not. Yeah, the fact that you showed your ID and had the address... I guess you could have just also shown the email of you talking with the company, but okay, yeah, in that case, that is annoying on Amazon, but I don't know, man. Sometimes you can't blame some of these like delivery drivers for following the rules that they were given and not breaking it, you know? Like, I personally would not put it on the delivery driver. I might put it on Amazon for having stupid rules like that, for not accepting the address and the ID card showing the identity. But originally, if we look at like the chain of command of, or not chain of command, but like the deck of cards, why this was a problem in the first place, it was the original company not giving the right phone number. Right? Like, there is an order of blame here, and it starts with the company, then it goes to Amazon for the systems in place, and the delivery driver, I would say no blame. He's just doing his job, following, you know, the protocol he was given. I bought a 4 terabyte SSD. They required one-time passcode to tell driver. Dude, okay. When I bought the 7800 XT, you know, that was like a, it was over $600 after tax, for the white model. They just left it at my front door. No confirmation, no passcode. So it's very interesting how not consistent or inconsistent Amazon is with this stuff. Because like you have someone buying a 4 terabyte SSD, which, I mean, that's definitely worth less than a graphics card. And they required a passcode confirmation type thing. And I got a graphics card that was just left on my front door that could have been swiped. So yeah, very interesting. People just leave. It's weird. I don't know. I go back and forth with this with regards to Amazon deliveries. On the one hand, it is convenient if they leave your item on your front porch, hopefully hidden away, and you can get it whenever you can get it, right? I've had delivery drivers, not specifically Amazon, not any specific company, but all of them. They've not even knocked on my door. They've not even rung the doorbell. When they got to my door, they just put on the slip that said, missed delivery, we'll try again tomorrow. I don't know if the delivery driver was running late or what, but because they needed signature confirmation, I did not get my item that day I expected to get it because I wasn't there or they just didn't even knock or try, right? You guys have heard stories about that. So in those scenarios, I am thankful for the times when they just drop it off at my door and kind of hide it so that it wouldn't get swiped off my porch. I haven't had a problem with getting a package stolen at this new house. I've had it in the past when I lived closer to Seattle, where there's more like crime, more homelessness, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of back and forth. There are times where you kind of wish, because maybe you're out running an errand or you're at work and you don't want them to take the item with them and not leave it, right? Your porch is hidden. Yeah, we have some bushes in the front of my house and a pillar that they often put items behind so you can't see it from the street. So, yeah. When you got your 7900 XTX for $850, they had you do signature. Yeah, very interesting. You had to do signature. The person with a 4TB SSD had to do something. Me with my 7800 XT, nothing. You can tell the shipper when you want it to leave the package. You can't do that with... You can do that with FedEx usually. You can do that with UPS. Like, you do it online. DHL, I've been able to do that with. The thing, though, is if you tell them to leave the package, you waive all your, like... I guess... Not your rights, but you waive any responsibility they have on it at that point. If they leave the package because you told them, you signed the little thing, you checked the box, if it gets stolen, that's on you, according to the fine print. Drivers do what they want around there. Drivers don't listen. I mean, I'm not going to blanket all I've had great delivery people. Some of them, because I order quite a bit of stuff like on Amazon, like I recognize them. So like some of them are actually really good, but yes, I have had the random person who put my Amazon item in the middle of the freaking driveway of all places. They didn't even bother to go to the door. They just put it on the driveway. Like, that's like kind of, you know, the tail end of the worst stuff. But then you get the really good drivers that, like, you know, they'll knock, they'll wait around for a bit, and stuff like that. I'm a backseat driver? No way. Actually, I do backseat drive a little bit when Melissa is driving. Yeah, the app does like track how many stops it is away, so that is convenient. Yeah. During the pandemic, I did buy a PC from NZXT, and they said I'd have to do a signature, and they left it on the front porch and signed it themselves. Oh man. I guess in that case, were you upset? I am not always upset when something like that happens. FedEx be trolling? Yeah. I would be upset if it got stolen, but I would not be upset if they did that because I wasn't home, and then when I got home, I was able to get the item instead of having to wait for the next day. You know what I'm saying? Our UPS drivers pretty good. The FedEx guys are always leaving slips, pretending we're not there if he's feeling lazy. Yeah, that's kind of my experience too. And it's probably, I don't know, something about the things that I receive from FedEx. More often than not, they have signature confirmation selected, not because of me, but because whoever is selling to me or shipping to me chooses that option. But UPS, there's much less signature confirmation. Just that's like my experience. I worked for a PC shipping company during the pandemic. FedEx said they had a new policy where drivers sign for the packages on behalf of the customers, then drop off the door. During the pandemic, that doesn't surprise me because, I mean, you were getting way more stuff being bought online because of the restrictions, right? Being able to go out and stuff. Also, you had way more people either getting sick, not coming into work, or just everyone. There's like a workforce shortage all around. So for them to cut corners, to try to take shortcuts and like reduce the amount of work and time, yeah, I can see that happening. I'm not saying it's right though, because yes, you're right. If someone paid extra for signature confirmation and they don't get that, that is definitely not right. This is true. FedEx social distance signature policy. Amazon can be hit or miss. I see them throw packages quite a bit. I bet this is a YouTube channel idea that I bet would be pretty successful. A camera just set up in front of your house showing every delivery you get from every carrier. Maybe multiple angles even too. Like, people watch some of the weirdest stuff on YouTube. I bet you could probably do a live stream, like 24/7 live stream of cameras set up to watch delivery drivers. Wait, who said UPS is asking for tips? Do UPS drivers expect tips? Don't they make very good money? I don't know if they make good money. We could look that up actually, probably. Let's see. UPS delivery driver average salary, and we're going to do it location based because obviously cost of living is going to affect that, and minimum wages across the country. In Seattle, how much do delivery drivers at UPS in Seattle make? This is from Indeed. Average UPS in Seattle is a $16.11, which meets the national average. That's actually a little bit lower than I would have thought. In Seattle, I would have thought it would have been closer to 20. They get paid good and smash tons of widow. Oh my god. Seattle minimum wage. I don't know what the exact number is. We can look it up right here. 2024. Minimum wage in Seattle is $16.28. This is probably old information. But according to King 5, which is our local news company, or local news station, it is $16.28. Start at Tesla for $20 an hour in Austin. You're talking about a Tesla dealership, right? Not Tesla, like, factory and engineering and stuff like that? Or is that what you mean? Okay, let's see. We are about 2 hours in the stream. Let me check where Melissa is on her road home. Alright, she's like 5 minutes from home. 5-10 minutes. So, I did everything I wanted to do on this stream. With regards to upcoming content, there will be that. There's going to be the Corsair 2500X case, among other things. I'm still kind of on like chill, like long form content vacation mode, but I'm gonna be getting back into it very soon here, and I'm very excited to, with like the P520 and stuff like that. So I think for the last 10-15 minutes of stream, we're just gonna hang out for the most part in chat, and yeah, with regards to the inevitable when's the next LAN party question, next weekend is the next LAN party. For people who missed me announcing that at the beginning of stream. Danny, how often do you usually upgrade your personal system? I'd say every 2 years is about it has changed, right? Ever since becoming a content creator, I've done it more, but before doing content creation, I would have said every 2 to 3 years. And that's not like full upgrades, that's like maybe changing one major component, upgrading storage and stuff like that. Because most of the system you could keep for a long time. Case, power supply, memory, all that stuff, right? But graphics cards, I'm trying to think back what my upgrade cycle on average probably was like every 3 years. I mean, right now, if you look at the last graphics cards I've used for the past several years, even though I changed graphics cards, they have not been like step up upgrades. Or upgrades per se. They've been side grades. So I've been sitting on the same level of graphics power for like the last 3 years without upgrading. I'm on the Intel card right now, but before that I was on like the various 6600 XT, 3070, 6700 XT, right? So those cards are all within like the ballpark of each other. Live stream at LAN party? I don't know about that. I would be comfortable doing that on my own internet, but because I have fiber, 1 gig up and down. James is on Comcast, where literally we're getting like 200-300 down and like 8 up. I don't know if we can handle everyone gaming and trying to stream on 8 up. Comcast is just so bad. It's like unbelievable. What's the next upgrade? GPU upgrade for? I'm not on the 6600 anymore. I'm on the, I thought I updated the thing to say the Arc A770. The next upgrade from that, I don't know. I'm not even thinking about like PC upgrades. I'm on a 12700K Intel Arc A770, and I'm not even thinking about, like, I'm not even desiring to upgrade right now. So, I've not given that much thought, to be honest. Yeah, we have not gamed on the weekly streams for, it's been like months now. What is the can we do Halo Infinite? I'm kind of missing playing Halo Infinite with people. Playing it with like randos is not as fun. Kevin, Jason, would you be down for Halo Infinite? Where you can do a 3-man squad with one random, matchmaking. Unless we could get a viewer or like, well, Shauna has game night now, but who else? We've played with other viewers before, so yeah, if we can get a squad going, that's because I like winning, and when you're in a squad, your chances of winning are usually higher. Oh, Chris is usually like driving home from work and stuff like that. I think, and then once he gets home, I'm not sure how easily it would be for him to hop on. If Chris wants to play Halo, I would be down, but he seems to have been busier lately with the new job, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd always be down to have to play with Chris. Chris, when he streams, he's always playing Call of Duty. I'm curious how he would do in Halo. Okay, the thing about Diablo 4 is I think it left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth. I have not had the desire to play it. Ooh, crap, I have not even checked with World Buffs. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I've just had no desire to go back to Diablo. I've been watching like random patch videos and stuff like that and reading the patch updates. I think they are making good changes to the game. I just haven't had the urge to play it. And something kind of similar happened with Diablo 3. When Diablo 3 came out back in 2012, I played the crap out of it. And then the game got stale, and I put it down for a really long time until Reaper of Souls came out. In that time, there were so many changes. Also, Reaper of Souls introduced a new class and stuff like that. It like revitalized my passion for the game, and then I went back and played a ton of Reaper of Souls. So with Diablo 4 right now, I've kind of put it on the shelf until I see like a resurgence in the direction they're going and changes maybe a new class. Then I'm sure I would go back and play a ton of it. I'm not done with Diablo 4. I'm just taking an extended break. I remember people playing Diablo 3 for years. Then Diablo 4 came. Everyone gave up after a month. Crazy. Diablo 4, I mean, it's, you know, it's been 10 years, right? Or 12 years. Yeah, like 12 years since Diablo 3. I think the landscape of gaming has definitely changed. Back in when Diablo 3 came out, like Battle Royales was not a thing. Microtransactions was, I mean, League of Legends always had microtransactions, but in terms of microtransaction over a decade ago versus now, very different levels, right? So I don't know. I mean, like, it's the same thing with MMOs. MMOs have been on a big decline for years now. I don't know the numbers that Path of Exile is bringing, because that's probably one of the more successful action or ARPGs, but it might just be people are moving away from those types of games. Anyone else playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? It's so good. When's that coming out to PC? Is my question. There's like, they don't even talk about the PC release date yet, huh? Like, it's gonna come to PC because we know the remake came to PC. It was just, do you know how long it was after, Jason? Was it like a year? Is it just that year waiting cycle? Do you agree that games are getting poorly optimized now? Which games are you playing specifically? The fact that I could play Call of Duty, the latest Call of Duty, on like a GTX 1070, which is like an 8-year-old graphics card by this point, get like 60 FPS on, you know, lower settings though. I don't know, man. Is that the sign of a poorly optimized game? Maybe for like, if you're trying to run on the high end of things, where you're going crazy on textures and like ray tracing effects and all of that kind of stuff, maybe. But there's a lot of the games you can run on old hardware, which I don't know if that means it's poorly optimized. Okay, we can look this up. Release date. Here we go. Wait. They really... Wait. They actually... Why did they have a different PS4 and a PS5 release date? Also, what was the intergrade? Wait, PS5? Dude. 2020 was 4 years ago and PS5 was not out yet. Oh my god. Am I losing, like, my grasp of the concept of time? PS5 was released in November, which was 7 months afterwards. Oh my god. Are we this old now? That during the pandemic, the PS5 was not out. I mean, to be fair, I'm not a console person. I don't own consoles. But for some reason, I didn't think I thought the PS5 was older than it actually is. Huh. So yeah, it came out a year. Let's just use the PS4 date. It came out like a year and a half later. Okay. Because this one doesn't count. It actually first came out on console here, and then it came out on PC here. Okay. So potentially a year and a half till we get the next one. Time flies when you're having fun and living life, right? I know. I mean, we are 4 years past the like peak pandemic. Remember February, March, April 2020 timeframe when like lockdowns and mandates and stuff were like at the most extreme. Somehow we are 4 years past that. It really only feels like 2, maybe 3 years, but we are a full 4 years past that. Kind of crazy to think about. Halo Infinite is such a bad game. I don't know. I have fun playing it. To be honest, I do not play Halo, and I never played Halo at any sort of like high skill level, high skill ceiling. You know, I am what you would consider a casual gamer. Like, when I placed in Halo, what did I place? I did that matchmaking thing on one of the seasons, and I think I placed like gold. After my however many matches was up. So I think that's like, I don't know, what is average? Because you can get Onyx and other ratings and stuff, right? I don't play, it's too sweaty for me to play ranked. I hate playing ranked. People take it too seriously. When you lose, it feels that much worse. So I don't do ranks. I gotta go for Intel Battle Mage. I wouldn't be opposed against it. We just need, more details and the roadmap for it. Like, we don't know much about it, so however long that's going to take for it to actually physically manifest and come out, I would not be against it. Like, Halo 3 was peak. For me, Halo 1 was peak back in the System Link before Xbox Live and stuff like that. Like 4 Xboxes system linked on multiple CRT TVs across different rooms. How old was I then? I was like, 10, 11 years old or something like that. So that's like my fondest memories of Halo. And then of course Halo 2 came out. And then after Halo 2, I got addicted to World of Warcraft and did not pick up Xbox 360 to continue on with the Halo franchise. But I'm still like a fan of the Halo games. There's a big break in there where I just pretty much transitioned to being full-time PC games. The PS5 Pro is coming soon. Sorry, I'm making a funny face about it, but PS5 owners out there, are you excited to pick up a PS5 Pro? I know the specs and stuff are higher, but at the end of the day, you're not playing any newer games that your PS5 couldn't. I guess you could say that about PCs too, so I'm not sure if that's a fair argument. But the way that I view consoles is like, I already bought this thing that can play these console exclusives and stuff. I get that the new one could run like higher frame rates, it looks better, etc., has better hardware. But am I really going to drop however much a console costs? What is it, $400 or $500 on the PS5 Pro when I already have a PS5? Isn't it more for the people who are late to the game and never got a PS5 to pick up the Pro? Is DDR4 worth it in 2024? Yes. You could still be perfectly fine building DDR4 systems. Yes, and if you're building a Ryzen or Intel Core, whatever, you can still use... Dude, I have parts to still build brand new DDR4 systems. Like, it's fine. I don't get people like going crazy over DDR5 and like stuff like that. You know how long it took for DDR3 to, I mean, would you even say DDR3 is really phased out by this point? I would say so, but DDR3 was still so relevant for so long, and the types of systems you could build with it after DDR4 came out. So yeah, DDR4 right now, very viable, but I'm sure there are people who would disagree with that. You will always find people with differing opinions on the internet, but with all things, it is subjective and dependent on your use case and how much money you have to spend. DDR4 is king. Johnny Stash is a big fan of DDR4. He says DDR5 is trash in price to performance. Yes, exactly, Magnus. DDR3 is still fine. There are just not enough good CPUs on those platforms. When it comes to like bottlenecks in your system, sure RAM can give you differing performance, right? Like you've all seen the charts, people testing DDR4 at like 2133, 2666, 3000, 3200, 3600, 4000, whatever RAM speeds. Yes, there will be differing, and then even across DDR4 to DDR5. All the differing variables that you can have with memory, yes, it could affect your performance numbers, but when it comes to like real big, like mattering bottlenecks in your system, it's for the most part down to the CPU and the graphics card, right? So long as everything else is decent. Like obviously, if you have DDR2 in your system, I'm not gonna say the bottlenecking is mostly in the CPU and GPU. But if you have like a DDR4 system that's like, you know, the typical 3000, 3200 speed RAM, sure, you can get a little bit more FPS on using like faster memory, but the majority of the time, if you are running to a system bottleneck, upgrading your graphics card or your CPU is going to give you way more like gains for your dollar. Would I recommend buying a 2 terabyte Samsung Pro Plus micro SD? That sounds like a scam, but sure, just for fun. 380, that's like, you know, less than a Starbucks coffee. Hello, welcome home. I'll be up in a second. Did you eat? Okay, you want to eat pho or do we have to make the steak? I just remembered. We bought a steak at the store and kept it in the fridge because we were going to eat it this week. But it's been a couple of days, so we probably have to eat that or freeze it. So we might have steak instead of pho for dinner. We'll have pho for the next couple of days. I like buying the manager special steak, you know, the one that has a huge discount because it's kind of older. Steak with carrots and potatoes with some Kinder's buttery seasoning. This, if you guys have never had steak with this, you gotta try it. Oh my god. Just use a very, very liberal amount and then give it a good like frying or, you know, on the grill to get that crust on there. Oh, this is like my favorite seasoning, and I put this on chicken too. But yeah, this is my favorite Kinder's. I put this on eggs too, man. This is so good. My favorite. Organic, buttery. No, you don't need to get the organic one. Just get you can get the normal non-organic. Buttery Steakhouse, though, is what it's called. I put this on everything, literally. Yeah, the only thing with Costco is that they rotate the different Kinders one. So I bought this from Costco before, but then right now it's not in rotation. So they have all the other one, like something buttery garlic, and other stuff. But this, they have these at Walmart too. But my favorite of all time. Can you put Kinders on DDR5? Probably, and it'll probably make it real good. All right, y'all. That is going to be it for this stream. Thank you for making this a fun and interactive stream as always. Yeah, so we're going to get content on that as well as a bunch of other stuff coming up. LAN party is going to be next weekend. So I'll probably do a pre-LAN stream and just talk about that more. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. Have a great rest of your week and have a great weekend coming up. Yeah. Take it easy, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.